2. Canned tuna. As a doctor specializing in longevity and healthy aging, I am constantly reviewing the latest scientific data on nutrition. One finding that really surprised me recently came from a study analyzing over 14,000 blood samples taken from Japanese Americans over a span of nearly 30 years. What did this large study find? Out of all the major dietary components, mercury levels in the blood were most strongly associated with declining kidney function. And guess which food group had the highest mercury concentration? Tuna. Now, this does not mean that we should completely ban tuna from our diets. As a versatile source of protein, vitamin D, and omega-3 fatty acids, it offers many health benefits. However, as a general rule, I advise seniors over 62 limit their intake of canned tuna to no more than once a week. Canned tuna is convenient and affordable, but it comes with two major concerns. The first is mercury. Over the years, tuna accumulates high levels of mercury due to its predatory position in the food chain. Mercury is a potent neurotoxin that can damage nerves and even lower muscle mass. Studies show that older adults with higher mercury levels have increased rates of tremors, balance problems, and memory loss. While some argue that these effects are overstated, it's wise to minimize mercury intake after 60, when the body becomes less efficient at eliminating toxins. The second issue is BPA, or bisphenol, and many canned goods, including tuna, are packaged in linings that contain BPA. This chemical helps preserve the can but has been linked to hormone disruption, especially in the brain and prostate gland. As people age, hormonal imbalances can contribute to conditions like insomnia, depression, cognitive decline, or prostate enlargement. Given the potential risks, I recommend choosing fresh or frozen tuna whenever possible. Look for smaller cans packed in water instead of oil to reduce sodium and additive intake. Several studies have concluded that these preparation methods result in lower mercury concentrations, or consider rotating other seafood into your meals. Salmon, sardines, trout, and mackerel offer comparable nutrition with lower mercury levels. If you are 60 or older and continue to eat canned tuna regularly, please consider scheduling a checkup. Pay close attention to any new symptoms involving sleep, mood, balance, or cognition. Simple changes like reducing tuna intake or switching to fresh options could have immediate as well as long-term benefits for your health. Remember, knowledge is power. The more we understand the nuances of nutrition, the better equipped we are to make smart choices for ourselves and our families. 1. Farmed salmon. As a doctor who focuses on preventive care, I see firsthand how seemingly small dietary changes can have profound impacts on a person's energy, mobility, and overall health, especially as we age. Lately, I've been sounding the alarm on farmed salmon, especially for seniors over 60. Most people think of salmon as one of the healthiest, most nutrient-dense foods. And indeed, it is loaded with protein, omega-3 south, and antioxidants. But not all salmon are created equal. Farmed Atlantic salmon is a highly processed product bearing little resemblance to wild salmon. It is grown in crowded pens, fed industrial fish meals, and treated with antibiotics and dyes. Studies now show that this farming process significantly alters its nutritional profile, making it much different from its wild counterpart. For key concerns surround farmed salmon for seniors. First, its omega-3 to omega-6 ratio is thrown off. Omega-3 south are anti-inflammatory and great for the heart, while omega-6 south promote inflammation. As people age, chronic inflammation raises risks for heart disease, arthritis, and cognitive decline. But farmed salmon has a higher ratio of pro-inflammatory omega-6 south due to its grain-based diet. Second, farmed salmon contains more dioxins and PCBs than wild. These chemicals accumulate in fatty fish and are toxic to the nervous system, especially for older adults who may already have some degree of cognitive impairment. Recent research links PCB exposure with Alzheimer's disease. Third, farmed salmon is loaded with contaminants like microplastics and pesticides. A study published in Environmental Pollution found that farmed salmon contained 12,000 times more plastic particles than wild salmon. Microplastics have been associated with gut inflammation and leaky gut syndrome, which is when toxins seep through the digestive tract and enter the bloodstream. Finally, antibiotics and dyes used in farming are a concern. A 5-year-long study found that people who frequently ate farm-raised fish had higher antibiotic resistance in their gut bacteria. This is alarming because as we age, our immune systems weaken and become more susceptible to infections. The solution is not to shun all salmon, but to seek out wild-caught Alaskan or Pacific salmon. These varieties have a better omega-3 to 6 profile, lower contaminant levels, and are not subjected to routine antibiotics or dyes. If budget is a constraint, consider rotating in other seafood with better nutritional profiles, like sardines, trout, or anchovies. Don't be afraid to ask questions when buying seafood to ensure you're getting the safest and most nutrient-dense options for your money. Ultimately, it's about making informed, conscious choices to support our health and longevity. Knowledge is power, and understanding which seafoods are most harmful after 60 is an essential part of that power. Now let us move on to the 4 best seafoods you should eat regularly after 60. You won't want to miss this. Best Seafood Part 2. Let's get straight to the point. The top 4 seafoods I recommend for optimal health after 60 are: 1. Sardines. They're inexpensive, easy to prepare, and packed with more calcium than milk, more vitamin D than beef, liver, and a full range of B vitamins that are essential for energy and sleep. A recent study published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that regular sardine consumption is associated with lower inflammation markers and a reduced risk of age-related diseases. 2. Oysters. If you're concerned about thinning bones, sagging muscles, or thinning hair, add oysters to your diet. They are among the richest sources of zinc, a vital trace mineral that declines in our bodies after age 60. Zinc deficiency is linked to osteoporosis, sarcopenia, alopecia, and impaired immune function. Plus, oysters are high in heme iron, which is crucial for oxygen transport and energy production. 3. Clams. These humble bivalves are nature's multivitamin, loaded with more than twice the manganese of any other food, plus fiber, protein, and antioxidants. Studies show that regular clam consumption improves bone density, lowers oxidative stress, and reduces the risk of heart disease and stroke. 4. Wild-caught anchovies. Often overlooked, these tiny fish are ocean-farmed protein factories. They are one of the best sources of vitamin D, supplying around 100% of the daily requirement in just 3 ounces. Anchovies also provide omega-3 south, calcium, iron, and potassium. Studies link anchovy consumption with improved cardiovascular health and cognitive performance. Including a variety of these 4 seafoods in your diet can help strengthen your bones, improve your sleep, increase your energy, sharpen your focus, and even enhance your sex drive. As we age, it's normal to experience some physical decline, but by making smart food choices, you can thrive in your golden years. That's a promise. The best part is that incorporating these seafoods doesn't require major lifestyle changes. Start by adding 1 small can of sardines or a bag of frozen clams to your grocery list this week. Next week, try a simple anchovy pasta or a quick oyster stir-fry. Your taste buds and your body will thank you for this delicious dive into better health. Remember, knowledge is the key that unlocks the doors to a better, brighter future. By understanding which seafoods are most beneficial after 60, you empower yourself to make positive changes that ripple through every aspect of your well-being. Here's to your health and your happiness. Thank you for watching this video. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. See you next time. Have you ever heard of Dirty Dozen? It's a list of common foods found to have the most pesticide residues, and the top spots are often filled with berries, leafy greens, and fruits we enjoy every day. Now, here's the question many of my patients ask. Are there foods that are the opposite of the Dirty Dozen? In other words, are there foods that are clean, unpolluted, and perfectly safe to eat every day? In today's video, I'll discuss 2 foods commonly viewed as clean, but are potentially problematic for older adults. I'll also share better options that offer similar tastes or texture, but with fewer hidden concerns. And if you stick around till the end, I'll reveal a simple trick to ensure your food is not only delicious and nutritious, but also free of unwanted pollutants. When it comes to choosing foods, my approach is straightforward. My patients should enjoy what they eat, while avoiding anything that could harm their health or make daily living difficult. That's why I recommend focusing on fresh, unprocessed foods whenever possible. Over time, these choices compound into better overall health, more stable blood sugar levels, and an improved ability to heal and repair. So let's jump right into the first food on our list: scallops. At first glance, scallops may seem like one of the cleanest and most elegant seafood choices. They're small, tender, and often served in high-end restaurants, seared lightly in olive oil, or added to a creamy pasta dish. Many of my patients have told me they thought scallops were a safe option because they look light and delicate. But in reality, scallops carry hidden risks for older adults that deserve serious attention. The biggest concern is their naturally high level of cadmium, a toxic heavy metal. Unlike pollutants that may vary depending on the water source, scallops naturally concentrate cadmium in their tissue because of how they filter feed. Once cadmium enters your body, it accumulates slowly, mainly in the kidneys. And this is a problem, because kidney function is already declining in many people over 60. A 2022 study published in Toxicology Reports measured cadmium levels in scallops and found that even a modest serving could contain up to 1.8 micrograms of cadmium per gram of tissue. To put that into perspective, the World Health Organization sets the safe weekly limit for cadmium at 7 micrograms per kilogram of body weight. For a 70 kg senior, just a few scallops per week could push you dangerously close to that threshold. The risk isn't immediate. Cadmium builds up silently, weakening kidney filtration, causing protein to leak into the urine, raising blood pressure, and leaving you feeling unusually fatigued. I remember one gentleman in his late 60s who loved ordering scallops at his favorite seafood restaurant. He thought he was making a healthy choice compared to steak. But over time, his lab results showed a decline in kidney function, despite no family history of kidney disease. When we reviewed his diet, scallops were one of his most frequent orders. Once he reduced scallops and focused instead on safer seafoods like salmon and sardines, his kidney health stabilized and his energy improved noticeably. There's another issue. Scallops are surprisingly low in omega-3 fatty acids, the very compounds most people expect from seafood. Just 100 grams of scallops provide less than 30 milligrams of EPA and DHA combined. Compare that to oysters, which contain more than 500 milligrams in the same portion. This means that while you may think you're protecting your heart and brain by eating scallops, you're actually missing out on those critical anti-inflammatory and cardiovascular benefits. So, while scallops may look clean and elegant on your plate, they can act like a slow-moving toxin for seniors. The damage accumulates quietly over time, with few symptoms, until kidney health or blood pressure takes a serious turn. If you are over 60 and enjoy seafood, I encourage you to think twice about scallops. Limit them or avoid them altogether, and instead choose foods that genuinely protect your health, like oysters, sardines, or salmon. These alternatives provide the omega-3 salts and minerals that your heart, brain, and joints truly need. Our second candidate for the cleanest food category might surprise you: quinoa. Many people consider quinoa a healthier alternative to rice or pasta because it's high in fiber and protein. Plus, its mild flavor pairs well with various dishes. However, what many don't realize is that quinoa is also a highly concentrated source of oxalates. Oxalates are naturally occurring compounds found in many plants that combine with calcium in the body and form kidney stones. While kidney stones are possible with any person, they pose a greater risk for older adults due to age-related changes in the urinary system and a higher likelihood of dehydration. Some research suggests that diets high in oxalates increase the risk of kidney stones, especially when combined with a low intake of calcium. And guess what? Calcium happens to be a key mineral that helps prevent kidney stones in the first place. By choosing quinoa, you may inadvertently be increasing your risk of stone formation without realizing it. According to the National Kidney Foundation, consuming more than 50 milligrams of oxalate per day may increase your risk of kidney stones. And a study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that 100 grams of cooked quinoa contains approximately 400 milligrams of oxalates. That's 8 times the recommended daily limit. Now, you don't have to completely cut quinoa out of your diet, but it's essential to be aware of its high oxalate content, especially if you have a family history of kidney stones or other risk factors. Instead of relying solely on quinoa, consider incorporating other whole grains like brown rice or oats, which typically have lower oxalate levels. But before you make any drastic changes to your diet, let's address the elephant in the room. What exactly are we trying to avoid? We've mentioned pesticides, heavy metals, and oxalates, but the truth is, not all foods are created equal in terms of potential contaminants. Here's the thing. Over the past 70 years, our agricultural practices have changed dramatically. We've shifted from using natural fertilizers and pesticides to synthetic ones, and while these synthetic substances have helped increase crop yields, they've also introduced new challenges, particularly for older adults. As we age, our bodies become more vulnerable to the effects of environmental toxins, making it crucial to be proactive about what we consume. Non-organic produce is often treated with pesticides that over time can accumulate in our bodies, affecting our overall health. On the other hand, meat and poultry raised with antibiotics may carry antibiotic-resistant bacteria, posing risks to our health, especially when we age and our immune systems naturally weaken. Additionally, conventionally raised animals are fed with grains and given growth hormones, which may introduce unnecessary additives to our diet. But here's the silver lining. You don't have to navigate these issues alone. You can start by checking out the Food and Drug Administration's guide on reducing pesticide exposure, available at fda.gov/food/resources/consumers/reduce-pesticide-exposure. This resource provides practical tips on selecting and preparing fresh fruits and vegetables to minimize pesticide residues. Remember, small changes like washing fruits and vegetables thoroughly, removing the outer leaves of vegetables, and varying your food choices can make a significant difference. Now, here's a quick summary of the key takeaways from today's discussion. While certain foods like scallops and quinoa may appear to be the epitome of purity and health, they can pose risks for older adults. Scallops contain high levels of cadmium, which can damage the kidneys over time, while quinoa is loaded with oxalates, increasing the risk of kidney stones. It's important to be aware of these potential issues and make informed choices about the foods we eat. Remember, being well nourished is not just about consuming pure foods, but also about ensuring that our meals are both delicious and good for us. Do you remember the last time you ate shrimp? Maybe it was grilled with lemongrass at a seaside restaurant or nestled inside a spicy curry. You've probably enjoyed its delicate taste without giving much thought to how your body was reacting on the inside. Well, when it comes to this particular seafood, what happens behind the scenes might be far from what meets the eye. And for those of us over 60, there's a lot more to know before adding shrimp to our plate. Hi, I'm an internist and the author of a best-selling book about metabolic health. Let's dig deeper into the surprising ways that shrimp affects our bodies and why it may be a stealthy threat for seniors. First, let's address the elephant in the room: shrimp's high cholesterol content. When cooked, just 3 ounces, roughly a small handful, provides nearly 180 milligrams of dietary cholesterol. This represents over 60% of the recommended limit for seniors. Now, while many of us grew up believing that dietary cholesterol directly translates to blood cholesterol, research paints a more nuanced picture. Observational studies have shown that eating more cholesterol-rich foods like shrimp is linked to higher blood cholesterol levels in some people, especially those with underlying health issues such as diabetes or kidney disease. However, randomized control trials, which offer stronger evidence, have found mixed results. Some studies show no significant connection between dietary cholesterol and blood cholesterol. Others suggest a modest increase, particularly in low-density lipoprotein or LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol. So what does this mean for those of us over 60? Well, as we age, our arteries become stiffer and our livers process fats more slowly. Consequently, our risk of cardiovascular disease also rises significantly. Research published in the journal Circulation followed over 8,700 adults aged 60 and over for nearly 5 years. They discovered that individuals who consumed more than 300 milligrams of cholesterol daily had a 35% higher risk of stroke compared to those eating less than 150 milligrams daily. Similarly, these individuals also faced a 24% increased risk of coronary heart disease. While more research is needed to fully understand the relationship between dietary cholesterol, blood cholesterol, and heart disease risk, especially in older adults, it's prudent for seniors to monitor their total cholesterol intake. Eating large quantities of cholesterol-rich foods, like shrimp, may pose unnecessary risks. Instead, prioritizing a balanced diet with heart-healthy options can help mitigate potential dangers. The second concern revolves around shrimp's unique protein called tropamine. When it comes to nutrition, protein is often celebrated as a vital component of a well-balanced diet. However, not all proteins are created equal. For older adults, certain proteins can pose unique challenges, especially for those with existing digestive issues. Enter tropomyosin, a muscle protein abundantly found in crustaceans like shrimp. While beneficial for the shrimp, this protein becomes problematic when it reaches our plates. You see, as we age, our digestive systems undergo natural changes that can make it harder to break down certain components of our food. For instance, stomach acid production decreases, which impacts the initial breakdown of proteins. Additionally, the intestinal tract may become less efficient at absorbing nutrients, leading to potential indigestion or nutrient deficiencies. Now, here's where things get complicated for those of us over 60. Tropomyosin presents a unique challenge. Unlike many other proteins, it's exceptionally resistant to enzymatic digestion, meaning it can evade our body's typical breakdown processes. In fact, it's one of the main reasons shrimp ranks among the top food allergens globally. What's alarming is that research indicates that new allergies can emerge even in our senior years. A study published in the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology revealed that 14% of new shellfish allergies in seniors occurred after the age of 65. For some, encountering tropomyosin may trigger immediate reactions like hives, swelling, or difficulty breathing. However, for others, it could lead to more subtle yet still significant gut inflammation. This may worsen existing conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, or leaky gut, potentially causing discomfort, nutrient absorption issues, or even triggering autoimmune responses. But there's another hidden factor lurking within shrimp: chitin. Chitin, a fibrous material found in the exoskeletons of crustaceans like shrimp, poses additional challenges for our digestive system. You see, despite efforts to clean and devine shrimp during processing, tiny chitin fragments can still linger in the meat. For individuals with robust digestive systems, these particles may pass through the body without causing harm. However, for seniors with compromised digestion, weaker stomach acids, and a higher risk of gut inflammation, these seemingly innocuous fragments can wreak havoc. Inside, chitin can lead to bloating, gas, or intestinal irritation, compounding existing digestive woes. Moreover, the extensive use of antibiotics in shrimp farming raises concerns about the potential impact on our gut health. Research suggests that regular consumption of antibiotic residues can disrupt the delicate balance of our gut microbiome, further exacerbating digestive issues. Let's shift our focus to a topic that's crucial for all seniors: heart health. While shrimp is often lauded as a heart-healthy protein alternative to red meat, recent studies challenge this conventional wisdom. Research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology in 2021 analyzed over 90,000 adults. It revealed that those who regularly consumed whitefish or shrimp experienced a 13% increased risk of cardiovascular events compared to those who opted for plant-based proteins like beans or nuts. Notably, this risk applied specifically to whitefish and shrimp, not other seafood. Interestingly, the study also showed that replacing 5% of calories from red meat with an equivalent amount of calories from fish or shrimp led to a 10% reduction in cardiovascular risks. So what does this mean for seniors? Well, it suggests that shrimp may not be the guilt-free protein option many of us believe it to be. Prioritizing plant-based proteins alongside fish and seafood could provide a better balance for heart health. As we delve deeper into the potential risks associated with shrimp, it's important to consider the quality and source of the shrimp you consume. The majority of shrimp sold in bulk or frozen form are farm-raised, particularly those imported from certain regions. A study conducted by researchers in Singapore and China in 2022 tested 240 samples of frozen shrimp commonly sold in retail and food service establishments in Singapore. Their findings revealed that over 42% of the samples contained antibiotic residues, highlighting a widespread issue in shrimp farming. These practices raise concerns about not only antibiotic resistance, but also the potential impact of these residues on human health. Research has consistently linked regular consumption of antibiotic residues to disruptions in the gut microbiome and subtle metabolic changes that can negatively affect overall health. Therefore, for seniors focused on maintaining optimal health, it's essential to be aware of these risks. Opting for sustainably sourced, responsibly farmed shrimp or choosing alternative protein sources could be prudent steps in safeguarding your well-being. Now, let's talk about a topic that's near and dear to my heart, or should I say gut health. We all know that as we age, our digestive systems can become more sensitive, making it challenging to find foods that agree with our stomachs. Well, Shrimp is one of those sneaky foods that can wreak havoc on our guts without us even realizing it. Here's the deal. Shrimp is a highly processed food, and I'm not talking about those fancy cocktails you get at restaurants. I mean, the way it's handled, cleaned and prepared for your plate, involves a lot of mechanical manipulation, which can damage the shrimp cells. This cellular debris gets released into the meat, and let me tell you, it's not very friendly to our sensitive guts. You see, when we eat this damaged shrimp, our immune system goes into defense mode, thinking it's under attack. It starts releasing chemicals to fight off the perceived threat, and that's when the trouble begins. Our guts start reacting, leading to discomfort, bloating, gas, and even inflammation. It's like a battle in your gut, and not the good kind. Over time, this constant inflammation can weaken our digestive system, making it harder to absorb nutrients, and leading to other gut issues, like irritable bowel syndrome, or even leaky gut. That's why, for those of us over 60, it is important to be mindful of the state of our gut health, and choose foods that won't trigger a war zone in our stomachs. While shrimp might be a delicious treat occasionally, it's not worth risking our gut health for a few bites. Instead, we can opt for whole, unprocessed foods that nourish our bodies without causing distress. And when it comes to shrimp, there are more reasons than ever to think twice before serving it up. First off, many shrimp sold in supermarkets and restaurants come from mass hatcheries and farms. You heard that right, farms. It's not your grandma's backyard shrimp shack. We're talking about industrial-scale operations. In fact, over 90% of the shrimp consumed in the US is farmed, mostly from China, India, Vietnam, and Thailand. These mass hatcheries typically house millions of shrimp packed into small spaces, making them susceptible to diseases and parasites. To combat this, farmers rely heavily on antibiotics. Research shows that most farmed shrimp are routinely fed antibiotics to prevent disease outbreaks. Not only does this contribute to the global problem of antibiotic resistance, but it also leaves antibiotic residues in the shrimp meat. And guess what? Those residues end up on our plates and in our bodies. Now, for those of us who are already dealing with digestive issues, weakened immune systems, or other health concerns, this can be a real problem. Studies have linked regular consumption of antibiotic residues to gut inflammation and disruptions in our microbiome. The trillions of bacteria that live in our digestive system and help us break down food and absorb nutrients. This means that indulging in those delicious shrimp dishes might not be as innocent as it seems. Instead of providing us with a nutritious meal, we're introducing substances into our bodies that can wreak havoc on our guts and overall health. So if you're a senior looking to enjoy your meals without worrying about the hidden costs, it might be time to reconsider shrimp as a regular part of your diet. Choosing alternative protein sources or being more mindful of where and how our food is produced could go a long way in keeping our guts happy and healthy. Overall, for those of us over 60, it's crucial to be aware of the potential risks of shrimp consumption. From its high cholesterol content to potential digestive issues, antibiotic residues, and links to cardiovascular disease, it's a food that may seem deceptively harmless. Heart health, joint strength, and digestion. By understanding these concerns and opting for safer alternatives, we can continue to enjoy delicious meals while safeguarding our well-being. Remember, knowledge is the key that unlocks the doors to a healthier, happier life. Today we're diving into a topic close to my heart, literally. As a doctor specializing in geriatrics, I've dedicated my career to improving the lives of older adults like you. And a big part of that is ensuring you have the best nutrition to fuel your golden years. You might be surprised to learn that certain seafoods can do wonders for your joints, heart, and overall well-being. And today, I want to share the top 4 best seafoods for seniors that I recommend incorporating into your meals regularly. We'll discuss how each one can help combat age-related ailments, while providing essential nutrients to keep you thriving. From omega-3 fatty acids to antioxidants, we'll explore the unique benefits of each seafood and explain why they're essential for maintaining a high quality of life as you age. So if you're ready to dive deeper into this topic and discover how you can enjoy delicious and nutritious seafoods that support your health, stay tuned. I'm excited to share the top 2 seafoods that have shown incredible benefits for seniors. But first, let's talk about the 2 worst ones. That's right, some seafoods might taste good, but they can wreak havoc on your health as you age. So avoid these at all costs. First on the list is shark fin. This trendy delicacy may seem exotic and luxurious, but it's a total no-no for seniors. Why? Well, shark fins are notoriously high in mercury. This heavy metal accumulates in the body over time and can seriously damage your nervous system, especially as you get older and more susceptible to its effects. Plus, shark fin has almost no nutritional value. It's mostly cartilage, which offers no real health benefits, and can even interfere with the absorption of essential nutrients. Don't risk it. Skip the shark fin and opt for safer, healthier seafood alternatives instead. Next, we have a common offender, canned tuna. We all know tuna is convenient and affordable, but regular consumption of canned tuna, particularly the light variety, can be detrimental to your health. It's packed with mercury, just like shark fin. Additionally, tuna contains high levels of sodium, which can cause water retention, high blood pressure, and increase the strain on your kidneys. Opt for fresh tuna steaks instead, and enjoy them in moderation. Remember, your health is worth the extra care. So say no to shark fin and limit your intake of canned tuna to protect your well-being and ensure you re-choosing the best seafood options available. Now, let us shift to the positive side, the seafoods that can truly support your health after 60. One of the most underrated yet powerful choices is the sea cucumber. I know it may look unusual, long, gelatinous, and not something most Americans grew up eating, but in traditional Asian medicine, sea cucumber has been valued for centuries as a food that promotes strength, recovery, and longevity. Modern science now confirms those beliefs. Sea cucumber is rich in collagen-like compounds and natural anti-inflammatory agents. Research published in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences found that older adults who supplemented with sea cucumber extract experienced a 35% reduction in joint pain and improved flexibility in just 12 weeks. The key lies in its tritopene glycosides, compounds that help calm chronic inflammation and protect cartilage from breaking down. It also contains chondroitin sulfate, a substance commonly found in joint supplements. But here's the difference. In sea cucumber, it comes in a natural form that the aging body can absorb more effectively. This makes it an excellent food-based way to support joint health without relying solely on pills. I recall one of my patients, a 70-year-old gentleman who had struggled with knee pain for years. He disliked taking too many pain medications because of stomach irritation. When I suggested he try adding sea cucumber soup to his diet just once or twice a week, he was skeptical at first. After 2 months, he reported that his morning stiffness was greatly reduced. He could walk longer without pain, and even his skin felt firmer and more hydrated. Sea cucumber is usually sold dried. To prepare it properly, it should be soaked and slowly rehydrated, then simmered gently in broth or with herbs. The gelatinous texture is not a flaw, it's actually a sign of its collagen content. For seniors, that collagen-like property is a gift, helping to maintain joint cushioning, improve skin elasticity, and even support gut health. If you are over 60 and struggling with arthritis, stiff knees, or general inflammation, sea cucumber may be worth adding to your meals. It's not a miracle cure, but it is a natural, nutrient-rich food that can help your body repair and protect itself. The second powerhouse on our list is the humble sardine. Sardines might not be the most glamorous fish, but they pack a serious punch when it comes to supporting senior health. Here's why. Sardines are tiny nutrient powerhouses. They are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for reducing joint pain, improving brain function, and maintaining healthy skin. A 2021 study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association revealed that consuming just 2 servings of sardines per week can decrease inflammation by up to 20%. But that's not all. Sardines are also rich in bone-strengthening vitamin D and calcium. In fact, a single can of sardines provides over 90% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin D. This is crucial for seniors, as vitamin D helps maintain strong bones, reduces the risk of falls, and boosts immunity. Regular consumption of sardines can also enhance cognitive performance and protect against age-related cognitive decline. Sardines are versatile and can be enjoyed in various ways. While some may prefer to eat them straight from the can with a drizzle of olive oil, others might opt for recipes that incorporate sardines, such as sardine toast or sardine cakes. Their unique flavor and soft texture make them an excellent addition to salads, sandwiches, and even pasta dishes. For those who haven't tried it before, I encourage you to give it a shot. Sardines are not only beneficial for your health, but also sustainable and affordable. By incorporating sardines into your diet, you're not only nourishing your body, but also supporting a healthier planet. And now the moment you've been waiting for, the top 2 seafoods that can do wonders for your health as you age. Coming up next. Now let's dive into the top 2 seafoods that can truly work wonders for your health as you age. They are packed with essential nutrients and compounds that can improve joint health, boost energy, and support overall well-being. The first one on our list is none other than wild salmon. Salmon is renowned for its anti-inflammatory properties, making it an ideal choice for seniors looking to manage joint pain and reduce inflammation. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition reported that older adults who consumed salmon twice a week experienced a 25% decrease in inflammatory markers. But that's not all. Salmon is also a great source of protein, crucial for maintaining muscle mass, preventing frailty, and promoting healthy skin and hair. Its omega-3 fatty acids support heart health, cognitive function, and vision. Whether grilled, baked, or poached, salmon is a delicious and nutritious addition to any senior's diet. Just be sure to choose wild-caught salmon, as it contains fewer contaminants and more nutrients. I have a patient, a vibrant 72-year-old woman, who credits much of her energy to regular salmon consumption. She incorporates salmon into her meals at least 3 times a week. This has helped her maintain an active lifestyle, keeping up with her grandchildren and enjoying her hobbies. Her secret: she always opts for wild-caught salmon, which she believes makes a noticeable difference in both taste and nutrition. For those concerned about mercury levels, rest assured that salmon is generally low in mercury and high in healthy fats. Wild-caught salmon is particularly recommended for its higher nutrient content. Incorporating salmon into your weekly meals can provide numerous health benefits. You'll feel the warmth of its omega-3 south, nourishing your joints and heart, while its protein content supports your muscles and overall strength. And the No. 1 seafood on our list is the king of nutrition for seniors, the humble oyster. Oysters are nature's multivitamin, packed with essential nutrients that support bone health, immune function, and vitality. They are one of the richest sources of zinc, which is vital for wound healing, immune defense, and cognitive performance. According to a study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, older adults with lower zinc levels experience improved balance and coordination after zinc supplementation. But that's not all. Oysters are also rich in vitamin B12, which plays a key role in maintaining healthy nerves and red blood cells. A deficiency in vitamin B12 can lead to fatigue, weakness, and mood changes, all of which can significantly impact quality of life. Oysters can help combat these issues, providing the B12 needed to keep you feeling your best. Their unique briny flavor and creamy texture make them a culinary delight. Whether served raw on the half shell or grilled with garlic and herbs, oysters are a treat for the taste buds. And for those who might be hesitant about eating raw seafood, cooked oysters are just as nutritious and delicious. I have a patient who is a big fan of oysters, a 75-year-old man with a zest for life. He enjoys several oysters every week. He believes that they have kept him energized and healthy, allowing him to pursue his passions like gardening and traveling. His advice for those unsure about trying oysters: give them a chance. You might be surprised at how much you enjoy them. Indeed, incorporating oysters into your diet can provide numerous benefits. You'll feel the nourishing effects of zinc, boosting your immunity and stamina, while vitamin B12 keeps your energy levels high and your spirits lifted. As we wrap up our exploration of the top seafoods for seniors, I want to emphasize that incorporating these foods into your diet can make a significant difference in your health and well-being. Each of these seafoods brings unique nutrients and compounds that support joint health, heart health, and overall vitality. Remember, the key is to choose wisely, opting for fresh, high-quality seafood whenever possible. If you're over 60 and looking to improve your health and well-being, consider adding these amazing seafoods to your meals. Your body will thank you. I hope you enjoyed this informative journey through the world of seafood and its benefits for seniors. Please feel free to leave any questions or comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy and keep enjoying the delicious bounty of the sea. Until next time. Do you ever wonder why so many people over 60 seem to have aching joints, weaker bones, cloudy thinking, and less energy? For years, doctors largely overlooked these issues, dismissing them as the cost of getting older. But now we know it's not just about getting older. It's about getting older while eating the wrong foods. Conventional wisdom has failed us, leaving too many seniors unknowingly eating their way into more pain, weakness, and illness. Over the past decade, my center has helped thousands of seniors around the world rediscover how to nourish their bodies after 60. And I'm here today to open your eyes to the surprising foods that can make the biggest difference. You'll discover how to protect your joints, boost your memory, strengthen your heart, support better sleep, and even improve your sex life. So grab a pen and a notepad, because I'm going to share 7 of the most important food shifts that can transform your health after 60. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Recent research uncovered something incredible. After 60, our bodies absorb key nutrients at only half the rate they did when we were younger. Calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, zinc, and vitamin B12 become harder for our bodies to take in and use effectively. This means that if you're still relying on the same diet from your 40s or 50s, it might not be providing your body with the nutrition it desperately needs. Let's take calcium. As we age, it becomes increasingly vital for strong bones and preventing osteoporosis. But after 60, our guts can only absorb about half as much calcium as they could in our youth. This is where dairy shines. Foods like yogurt, milk, and cheese are packed with calcium and protein. A 2022 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that dairy consumption actually helps elderly people absorb more calcium. However, it's crucial to choose wisely. Opt for low-fat or fat-free options to keep saturated fat and cholesterol levels in check. Next, consider the power of fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. They're abundant in omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation, support brain health, and help ward off depression. These omega-3s are especially important since they play a key role in maintaining healthy cell membranes, aiding cognitive function, and reducing joint swelling. Incorporate these foods into your weekly meals. And remember, variety and moderation are the key to a balanced diet. Did you know that being hungry or overeating can significantly affect your hormones? When you skip meals, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol, which in turn triggers cravings and can lead to overeating later. After 60, our metabolisms slow down, yet our nutritional needs remain high. This means we must make smarter food choices to ensure we get the necessary vitamins, minerals, and proteins. Research shows that eating a balanced breakfast can help stabilize blood sugar levels throughout the day. And this is where oatmeal truly stands out. Packed with fiber, this grain helps regulate blood sugar, lowering the risk of type 2 diabetes. Fiber also keeps you feeling full longer, naturally curbing hunger and preventing overeating. To make your oatmeal even healthier, add toppings like nuts, seeds, fruits, or a touch of cinnamon. Nuts like walnuts and almonds offer healthy fats and protein. Seeds such as chia and flax provide fiber and omega-3. Fruits contribute essential vitamins and antioxidants. Cinnamon adds antioxidants and can help control blood sugar levels. For those over 60, rest assured that there are delicious ways to combat anemia and fatigue. While red meat is rich in iron, a vital nutrient for oxygen-packed blood cells, it's not the only source. Leafy greens like spinach and kale offer a unique form of iron called non-heme iron. Despite being less easily absorbed than the iron in meat, non-heme iron can still boost your energy levels. To enhance your body's ability to absorb this vital nutrient, pair your leafy greens with a squeeze of lemon juice, a sprinkle of vitamin C-rich berries, or a side of bell peppers. These foods boost the bioavailability of non-heme iron, making it more readily available to your body. Maintaining healthy blood pressure becomes increasingly important as we age. High blood pressure can silently damage arteries, increasing the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and kidney disease. Fortunately, nature has provided us with a solution: avocados. These creamy fruits are packed with potassium, magnesium, and healthy monounsaturated fats. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2011 found that eating just 1 avocado a day can lower blood pressure by up to 10 points. The secret lies in avocados' natural ability to relax artery walls and improve blood flow. Plus, they're delicious. Enjoy them in salads, smoothies, or as a spread. But remember, avocados are calorie-dense, so moderation is key. Sleepless nights and trouble staying focused can be frustrating, especially as we age. Did you know that certain foods can actually disrupt your sleep patterns and cognitive abilities? It's true. Large amounts of dairy, red meat, processed foods, and sugary drinks can wreak havoc on your sleep quality and cognitive performance. Dairy products, for example, are high in protein and fat, which can cause digestive discomfort. Red meat is tough to digest, leading to indigestion, and processed foods and sugary drinks can trigger rapid blood sugar spikes and crashes. Instead, consider shifting to lighter, easily digestible options, especially in the evening. Meals like whole grain toast with avocado, chicken, stir-fries with brown rice, or lentil soup can keep you comfortably nourished without upsetting your stomach. As we age, our bodies produce less stomach acid, which can lead to nutrient deficiencies and digestive issues. But nature has a remedy: fermented foods. Sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, miso, and kefir are packed with beneficial bacteria and enzymes that support healthy digestion and nutrient absorption. These little helpers boost our gut health by aiding in the breakdown of foods, synthesizing vitamins, and strengthening our immune systems. In fact, a 2022 study in the Journal of Translational Medicine found that consuming just 1 cup of sauerkraut daily can relieve irritable bowel syndrome symptoms within weeks. Start by adding small portions of these foods to your daily meals. Your gut will thank you for it. The secret to maintaining a youthful appearance starts from within. Certain foods can actually harm your skin, causing dryness, wrinkles, and even inflammation. Processed foods, sugary snacks, and fried fast food lack essential nutrients and overload your body with unhealthy fats, salt, and refined sugars. Instead, focus on nourishing your body with wholesome foods like colorful fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Antioxidants present in foods like blueberries, sweet potatoes, and spinach protect your skin from oxidative stress. Lean proteins such as fish, beans, and tofu support collagen production, and healthy fats found in avocados, olive oil, and nuts maintain skin hydration and elasticity. Imagine this: a vibrant, glowing skin that reflects your inner health and vitality. Many seniors find themselves facing embarrassing issues like leakage and incontinence, all because they aren't aware of the impact of their diets. Bladder control weakens when the pelvic floor muscles lose strength, and a diet lacking in estrogen and testosterone can exacerbate this issue. Oily fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which improve bladder control and reduce leakage episodes. On the other hand, foods like soy products, pumpkin seeds, and sesame seeds are excellent sources of plant-based estrogens. These natural compounds help strengthen the pelvic floor muscles and alleviate urinary issues. Consuming a balanced diet rich in these foods can make a significant difference in your comfort and confidence. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it. Your support means everything to me. Remember, knowledge is power and sharing is caring. Stay healthy, stay happy,